Ever read a book? It's called the Holy Bible. I ain't never read it from cover to cover. I've only read spots when inspired to in prayer from a man named Jesus Christ in my noggin, right? And people, he says he's not trying to save people. He said, okay, where did Jesus say in the Bible, I'm here to try to save all the people that sign up with the Roman legions to mass murder over money? Where does he say that? He doesn't say that. He says, I'm here to circumcise their hearts and have them accept faith in the glory of God instead of getting into rival gangs and murdering over delusions of human authority, right? That's basically what he says in the New Testament, right? So he's not coming to, quote, be your savior, because some people you just can't save. Okay. I'm going to go kill that motherfucker, like that stupid-ass motherfucker at St. John's. He's out in the middle of the street because he's obviously got into it. It was a girl thing. You could tell. I don't want to live no more because he can't have sex with this girl. So in the middle of the street, I'm like, hey, dude, you get out of the street. Then he sits there and tries to throw rocks at my dad's truck. Okay, and I drove off real fast because I'm like, you ain't hitting my dad's truck. My dad will hurt you. And I bring this back with a rock thrown through it because I tried to save some dumb kid in the street from getting hit by a car. You be mad at me. And then you're going to come running at me. You're going to get knocked the fuck out. Okay, I'm going to step out and say, I'll make sure the ambulance picks up what happened. I tried to get him out of the street. Then he threw a rock at the truck, broke the window, and then he came right after me. So I knocked him the fuck out. So then he wouldn't get hit by a car, but he got hit by me, and now he's knocked the fuck out. But I think at least he'll live. Okay. He'll be all right. Okay. I was pissed at that kid. I was like, you dumb. But that's how a lot of people are. Hey, Lord's Prayer. No, I want to go. That stupid ass motherfucker. The Thomas Browning. How many stupid ass motherfuckers in Las Cruces? I met at the parking lot at Thomas Browning Memorial Library. You had the Hate Obama fan people. You had the Cowboys for Cancer. Dude, I'm not your brother and I'm dying from cancer. It's like, okay, pretty much most all of us are dying from cancer because cancer is a cell in the body that helps you mainly shut down the body because the stress and the toxins are not stopping. And how much money and people running around in motorcycles getting money to bombard people at a hospital with, so you live longer, here, take our drugs. It's like, I have a feeling quantum computing might be a tad bit smarter than the shit you've been using before this. It's entirely tangible, especially since we understand it was in the 1980s when we had a doctor go before Congress and explain cancer to Congress. They have videos of it at the Thomas Brannigan Memorial Library. They probably don't anymore, but they did. Yeah. It was a lovely, like the embarrassment of the Clinton administration, Jocelyn Elders, one of the most beautiful women in the history of the U.S. government. Anybody else? Jocelyn Elders, huge fan. And she's got a Raquel Ella Fitzgerald vibe to her. Oh, she's fine. Okay, I like her. I had a big crush on Jocelyn Elders. Okay, she was the surgeon. Was it Surgeon General or whatever that old Clinton appointed because he probably got the same vibe out of her. I like this woman, man. Wow. Uh-huh. I'm scared of her, but I think I like that. Okay, I wouldn't want to piss her off or cross her, but she had charisma. And they sat there and they talked about legalizing drugs in the United States of America. And this woman is no messiah, but she was trying to survive the lie of economics. And she said, I would rather I want them to legalize drugs in the United States of America. Okay, how many black people in my community kill themselves from drugs overdose from hopelessness? And how many young black men are mass murdered and become pimps and criminals because of the illegal drugs? It's like the mob is still in business. It's killing black people for corporate corruption is basically what she said. And I'm like, I love this woman. She's like Zora Neale Hurston all over again. She's, anybody else have a big crush on Jocelyn Elders? Michelle Obama does. Oprah Winfrey. Yeah. Gil, you too? Okay. And, okay. Everybody else? Okay. Katy Perry. Firework. Okay, you got a crush on her too. Me too. I have a big crush on Ella Fitzgerald too. You too? Does Stairway to the Stars make you go, oh, that's the spot right there too? Me too. Me too. I don't want to see it. It's lesbian porn. I'm not there. But I kissed a girl and I like it. I get you. Okay. But the thing, no, I've never kissed a guy and I've numbed my kiddos on the head. I've kissed a boy and I like it. Oh yeah, you can't. I can't get enough of, and there's nothing wrong with me, and I'm not a pervert. I cannot get enough of pass the baby numbings. And if that's the case, then the Gilliards are all perverts because they used to do pass the baby. Everybody done pass the baby. It's kind of like the Jocelyn Elder's house, right? Okay. Pass the baby, pass the baby. They got the cute little heads, and you numb on their little heads, and you pass them around, and they giggle. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. That's what broke me and Luz Elena Fuentes up. She was raised to be bigoted and prejudiced. And she thought Patrick's mom was Latino, and Patrick was part Latino. And then Anthony Ward came to stay with us, and so we finally explained to her, this is when we first met. He was at the party with the little half-black girl that's dad is black and mom is Mexican. Yeah, the cutest little girl in the whole apartment. And Anthony was all crushing on her because she was so cute. He's, hi, I can do karate. I can do cartwheels. You're cute. And I was like, yeah. I had the video, and I showed Shelly, there's your future daughter-in-law right there. Yeah, she was half Mexican, half black. She's big brown eyes, cute. She was a Redskin. Washington? No, I don't know if they moved to Washington, but she had red bone, like my law, red bone, right? And so she was so cute. She was adorable. Her mom would get her all dressed up and doodaps in the hair. You're so cute. And yeah, Anthony, and we're biologically conditioned. He was high-yond, so hey, she's cute. Huh? I get older and have football players and cheerleaders. I was cowboys to girls. He already knew. Okay. That's my Anthony. Yeah, it was so cute, but he had this big crush on the little girl. And any little 3-year-old boy would have a 3-year-old crush on that 3-year-old girl like Jenny and Forrest. And, people call me Forrest Gump, right? It happens. Me with Tracy, whose mom looked like Maria from Sesame Street, and her dad, looked Jose Feliciano. Oscar, he was a little bit cuter than Oscar. No offense, Oscar from Sesame Street, but he was handsome. Yeah. And they moved to D.C. halfway through first grade, and I was all, yeah. We were like best friends at first because she was different than the other Mexican girls. She was from East Coast Puerto Rico, and she spoke English and Spanish. Similar, she didn't have the big Spanish accent. She could speak Spanish, but she spoke English real well, and because her parents were from the East Coast. And she was so cute, and she liked me, and I liked her because we were like fun, hey, and so we it was first grade friends like Jenny and Forrest, but I wasn't like Forrest. I was just a very inquisitive, shy kid, but she brought out the oh my gosh, you're so pretty, like Maria on TV and Miriam Colon, and she was pretty. She was a pretty girl. They saw her mom. You're like Maria, who I have a huge crush on from Sesame Street. Your mom's so pretty. Like Jeffrey Seiss's mom. She's so beautiful. I remember when he brought out Sonny's Playboys, and we were looking at all this. I was, oh, guys, some of that stuff looks like, okay, that looked like mush mouth, like you're going to talk. That looks weird. I see my sisters running naked on the sidewalk. Nothing looked like that. It must be after a lot of sexual abuse and deviation. Okay. That's uncomfortable. I don't want to see that. It looks like it's going to start singing to me. So you look at it, and then I was mortified the whole time because I thought, what if Jeff's mom comes in and catches us with this? I would just die. Okay. I would die right on the spot. Because she was so pretty and so classy. I was like, oh, God, I was always sitting there, Jeff, I want to look at these. Why? Because if your mom comes in, I'm going to want to go hang myself in the bathroom. I'd be totally mortified if your mom comes in again. Your mom's prettier than Victoria Cannon. She's so pretty, and she's so classy and strong. And if your mom comes in and catches us with this, I just don't know what I'm going to do. You're not supposed to be looking at porno of women that are being marketed for money, like, in Babylon. And we're supposed to sit there and go, okay. And then you marry her and you get together and you have okay, they've consummated the marriage. Now they're having their child and it's going to go get it christened at San Albino and that kind of stuff, everything they taught you when you were a child, right? It's morals. having morals to relationships, saying you're going to do something and then committing yourself to that, devoting yourself to that. Like I used to tell my wives, I'm a very pragmatic person, but I would tell my girl, I'd tell them, I can't promise you I'll always be there for you, I'll always do this and stuff like that. They could shoot me on the way to work because they hate me. Because I tried to play basketball, I tried to play football, I quit. Because, guys, I was out there shooting in the barn. I was one of the best athletes ever. And if I had played professional sports, I probably would have lost NBA championships because Jalen Brunson be telling me like, Dad's dying from cancer. Oh, no way. Yeah, they give him probably about another year left. Oh, shit. Okay, and then all night when I would be shooting and Jalen be guarding me, I'd be looking over at his dad and I'd be missing. Oh, it's Grand Chalky's final days. His son's going to win the NBA championship. It's just the last game of the year. We all got paid. He's going to get more endorsements deals soon. So I'm going to quit in 4 years and go love my wife in the Gila. or Flagstaff, the San Francisco Peaks. So you know me. So, and it wouldn't have been cheating and doing things for Las Vegas. It'd just been one of those feelings. See my Mary Ann walking away, right? And all I want is to have my peace of mind. Take a look ahead, right? So, I'm a radically different person than all the successful people online. Say like and subscribe. It helps me more than you'll ever know. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You can say it was your fucking idea. You won't make any money from it, but you'll finally love your spouse and kid for the first time in your pathetic little existence. Yeah. See why they turned the spirit of Jesus into a god there? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Okay. Next time, you should tell Kevin McKell, what's wrong with the University of Minnesota? How many bolts are there per each square? Okay. Count the number of bolts and then the number of squares. Yeah, and then you get a calculator. There it is. Okay. And Norm and Cliff are morons. Yeah, you should have talked maybe to, you think Fraser would have figured that one out? You could have asked Clarence Darrow. Okay, guys, I love you, all right? It's okay. Maybe the monkey did it. Okay, I love you guys, all right? Okay, hang in there. Okay. You pretending to be a pill in Frank's body? Okay. Guys, you know how to be healthy? Stop believing shit that's not real and then manipulating people with shit that's not real. And then health will become you too. All right. Love you.